Chapter 10, Lesson 6, Special Right Triangles. Alright, so we're going to look at two different types of right triangles that are called our special right triangles. And the first one we're going to look at is a 45, 45, 90 triangle. And all that means is that we have a right angle, we have the two other angles are both 45 degrees. And that creates some special relationships in the lengths of our sides. So what that does is our two legs of our right triangle, of our 45, 45, 90 triangle, are what we call x. They're going to be the same value. And the hypotenuse is that same value times the square root of 2. So that's our special right triangle that's 45, 45, 90. The two legs are the same length, and the hypotenuse is that length times the square root of 2. Let's look at an example of how this works. So we look at this triangle, we see that it has a right angle, it has the other angles 45 and the other angles 45. So I know that my two legs must be the same length. So I know automatically that y equals 3 inches. Okay, now my hypotenuse is going to be the length of that leg times the square root of 2. So x equals 3 times the square root of 2. Now if I leave it like that, that's the exact length. Or on my calculator, I can do the square root of 2 and multiply that by 3. And I can estimate that the length of that side is about 4.2 inches long. Okay, we have another special triangle, and it's called our 30, 60, 90 triangle. And again, it's another right triangle, but we now have another angle that's 30 degrees and another angle that's 60 degrees. So in this right triangle, we have three sides that are all 3 different lengths. So with a side that is across from the 30 degrees, that side is what we're going to call x. It's the shortest side. The side that's across from our 90-degree angle, the hypotenuse, is going to be 2x. It's going to be 2 times the length of that shorter side. And this middle side that's across from the 60 degrees is going to be the short side, the length of x, times the square root of 3. Let's look at an example. So I say, okay, I know that this hypotenuse is 4 inches, and I want to know the lengths of the other two sides. Well, I know that the side across from the 30 is the smallest side, and that the hypotenuse is 2 times that amount. So side y is going to be 2 inches long. It's just half of the length of the long side. And then side x is going to be the length of side y times the square root of 3. So 2 times the square root of 3 inches. And I can do that on my calculator, and I can find that that side is about 3.5 inches long. Okay, now just a few things to remember. If we're looking and the question asks us for the exact length of the side, then we want to leave the square root sign if we have one in our answer. If we want an estimated length, then we put the about equal to approximately, and we actually do the square root in our calculator and get just the estimated length of the side.